Welcome in one and all for Rebuild Prime Time, the fastest 5 minutes to rebuild. Going to look at what happened this week in our league and what's going to happen next week because we got some stuff coming up next week. But let's check out last week first. Your week 8 results of Bull City Ballers put it on easy work in a battle of division leaders. An easy win here for the Bull City Ballers. Team Royer pulls the upset of Are We Counting Pancakes? They were a heavy underdog, came through with a 7-point win. This will hurt. Beats up on Team Jamad, moves to 5-3, stays in the playoff mix. Champs are here. Another team that was a massive underdog pulls a massive upset over the Live Squad, beating them soundly in this one. And then finally, my little engine that could put up the high score of the week beats the Philadelphians and now moves into one of the wild card positions at this time. So here's your standings. I have pulled into a tie with Brandon atop the Old Testament division. We're both at 5-3. Philadelphians at a game back of us at 4-4. Team Royer and Are We Counting Pancakes at 3-5. The Bull City Ballers are at 7-1, leading the way in the New Testament. Now have a 2-game lead in this division. 2 games over John at 5-3. PC at 4-4, 3 games back, and Team Jamad and Champs are here both at 2-6. So your power rankings, not many changes here. Both City Ballers are 1. Somehow Easy Work still in 2 in spite of their 5-3 record, but hey, they're still tied for their division lead. I move up to the 3rd place. I'm up 3 spots. This will hurt down 1-4. Those 4 teams right there have the 4 best records. Power Rank is doing some normal stuff this year. Live Squad, no change at 5. Philadelphians drops down 2-6. Are We Counting Pancakes? No change at 7. Team Royer jumps ahead of Team Jamad for 8. Team Jamad falls to 9. Champs are here, sits at number 10. Returning to the show, one of my favorite groups of people. That's right, the Inside the NBA team. NBA kicked off this last week, and I've had some fun watching basketball so far. Victor went nuts last night, so it's been a great season. But the boys were good enough to come and talk about our little league again. They came last year. Thought we'd have them back again this year. So, EJ, what you got to say? EJ, very impressed with Josh. 7-1 record, 2 better than anybody else in this league. Continues to lead this league in points scored. This is clearly a team to beat, right? So, let's throw it over to Kenny. Kenny, what you got? Josh is good, but he wants to talk about the bottom of the standings. Can the teams in 7th through 10th at this point make a playoff run? They're either 2 games or 3 games out of the playoffs already. Now, we have a 15-game regular season this year, so there's time to get back in the mix. But my concern is their scoring. I'm sorry, Kenny's concern is their scoring. 6th place for Grant and 8, 9, 10 for Nate, Team Jamad, and Mike. So, they're going to get it together? I'm not sure. Shaq wants to add a thought, though. Shaq is wondering about this new tiebreaker system and if it's going to come into play. Of course, last year, PC was upset because his team beat Mike, yet Mike was the winner of the division because he scored more points. We had the same thing coming into play already this year. Brandon beat me when we played earlier this year. However, I have scored about 10 more points a game per season than Brandon. So, Brandon and I are on the schedule again for later this year, but if Brandon wins that game and I continue outscoring points, we might have the same exact scenario in the event of a tie. Shaq, Charles Barkley, wants to say something. He wants to talk about PC. He says PC is second in this league in scoring, and he thinks he has the goods to get it done this year. But wait, didn't he just lose to last place Mike? Isn't PC like 4-4 at this point? Stuff happens, says Charles Barkley. They're only 1 game down the playoffs. 4-4 is just a game back. That's all right. No big deal there. What? Kenny remembers, didn't Charles Barkley pick Pastor Chuck last year to win this thing on this very same show? Yes, I did. How'd that work out? Didn't work out. Hey, maybe this is his year. Maybe he gets back in. All I know is I think Charles likes the name of Pastor Chuck. That's what I think. Let's look at week 9, shall we? This will hurt taking on the Philadelphians. We have a big battle here. This will hurt inside the playoff line. Philadelphians game outside the playoff line. Obviously, big opportunity for James to get back in this thing. However, John is currently about a 50-point favorite in this game. We actually have a lot of lopsided lines, but we had 4 lopsided lines last week, and we had some upsets. So, can Philadelphians be one of them this week? Live Squad looks to rebound from 2 straight losses taken on Team Jamad. A massive favorite in this game, especially after Derrick Henry did some things last night. Are We Counting Pancakes taking on the Champs Are Here? No, Grant is not favored. 139 to 96 is actually the favorite in this game. But again, I think he was one of the teams that was upset last week after having a huge advantage in these projections. And then the last one here on this screen, Easy Work at 5-3, taking on Team Royer 3-5. Another great opportunity for Team Royer to crawl back closer to the playoffs, right? These teams that are out of it, there are 3 teams at 5-3. They could use losses by those teams this week. Speaking of 5-3 team that might lose this week, check this out. Bull City Ballers taking on Tua, legit to quit this week. Josh at 7-1 is riding a 7-game winning streak, leads that New Testament division, and he's in first in this league in scoring. But hey, my little engine that could has been trucking 3-game winning streak right now, tied for the lead in the Old Testament division. I'm currently third in scoring, and I'm actually only 4 points off of Chuck, who is second in scoring. Currently, I'm sorry, that should not say Brandon, that should say Josh. Josh is currently a 154 to 139 favorite in the game, and I've got a bold prediction here. Do you want to guess what it is? It's this guy. I will not come on my own show and pick someone else to beat me. Absolutely not. Josh, we're coming for you this week. You're going to get that first loss in a long time. So, hope you all have a great week. I hope you have fun this week, and I look forward to seeing how it shakes out. See ya.